Trump is planning to deploy the National Guard to Chicago as soon as tomorrow, as of me filming this. Chicago is the murder capital of the world. It's not even the murder capital of the country. And on one hand, it's worth noting that crime here and nationwide is down. This summer marks the lowest homicide rate we've had in 60 years, and across the board, crime is down. And if you're so concerned about murder, why aren't you sending troops into Birmingham, Alabama, where the murder rate is more than 3 times what it is here, or one of the many other cities that have higher murder rates than Chicago? But I think that's missing the forest for the trees, because of course this isn't about crime. That's not what this is about. Trump is trying to use the military to occupy a U.S. city and suppress political dissidents. If this were happening in any other country, we would have no problem calling it what it is, which is an authoritarian power grab by a dictator. Sorry. We need a united front here because this endangers everyone. It is a fundamental threat to all of our civil liberties, potentially setting a precedent that would erode our freedoms across the board and grant Trump even more unchecked power. We cannot concede to the idea that we will willingly give up some of our constitutional freedoms for this spurious promise of safety. And on that note, let's go see how the news is covering this.
I actually think that J.B. Pritzker should do something radical. I think he should pick up the phone, call the president, and say, you know and I know you don't have the constitutional authority to deploy the National Guard here and to police my. You can do that in D.C., you can't do that in Chicago. But let's partner up. These are the most dangerous parts of my state.
Hey, look, we know you can't legally do this, but what if instead of fighting you on this blatant overreach and violation of your constitutional powers and limitations, we just partnered up with you to do authoritarianism? You know, we can send you into the scary parts of Chicago. Interpret that as you'd like. The manufacturing consent is crazy. 58 shot over Labor Day weekend in Chicago as governor rejects Trump threat to send National Guard. Dog, look at my information environment. Are you kidding me? It's so much more profitable to sensationalize fear and crime. We cannot survive a profit-oriented news cycle like this. It's a move against everyone in this country, citizen and non-citizen alike. It is unconstitutional by every metric, and we need to meet them where they are. Timothy Snyder has an interesting point in On Tyranny, which is that most authoritarian power is freely given by people who obey in advance. Do not obey in advance.